Hi and welcome to Technology Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about VMware security with Trend Micro. So first we'll take a look at our Technology Tuesday schedule. So this is what we've got planned. So earlier on today we had compression on StoreWise V7000. Today VMware security with Trend Micro, and there's a few more planned up till March so far. It's not actually Tuesday today, it's Friday, but I'm off on Tuesday, so pre-recorded. So the guys will be playing this video back to you in the webinar, and hopefully if you've got any questions, they'll be able to handle it for you. So the agenda today, we're going to look at methods of protection for virtual machines. I'm going to briefly look into virtual patching, and take a wee look at why Trend Micro, and then a little bit at Trend Micro Deep Security product. So a traditional method is you treat your virtual machine like a physical, and you just put an agent in the machine. Okay, this is considered bad because it's got large overheads, and because of that it makes things slow. And the reason of that is the consolidations. If you think about it, you've in a VDI environment, definitely you've got like potentially hundreds of virtual machines on one physical machine. Or even in servers, you're probably getting 10 plus servers on one physical machine. So if you've got the overhead of 10 antivirus agents running, that can slow things down quite a bit. So there's this new method of doing it for virtual machines, and for VMware it's called vShield. So vShield is a virtual appliance way of doing things, and it's agentless. So what happens here is that virtual appliance does the antivirus and the protection for all the virtual machines there. So as you can imagine, it's much lower overheads, allows high consolidation. You've got just the one place to update, and it's pretty good with virtual patching. So just to take the example that we said, if we've got, say, 200 VDI machines, in the traditional way of doing it, you've potentially got 200 scans going on at the same time, or you have to manage them and stagger them. You'll have 200 things to update. And then even if you start thinking about the overheads on the virtual machine, you think maybe you've got a 30 meg overhead for running this agent. 200 of them at 6 gig. Okay, so 6 gig could be put back into your pool for virtual machines. So that's why we're saying that vShield provides better performance, lower overheads, etc., etc. Yeah. So it also allows for virtual patching. Now, what's virtual patching? Well, consider this scenario here, and this kind of tells you a bit about it. So let's imagine we're a manufacturer and we are Microsoft, and we release a patch to fix a vulnerability. Yeah. The bad guys, they didn't know about this vulnerability until Microsoft fixed it. But they know that there's this window between that fix being released and you applying it. So they're going to get to work to start using that vulnerability. Until you've patched it, they know that they can get on in. The problem is you can't just patch everything willy-nilly as quickly as you want. You've needed to do testing on it, you need to make sure it works with your apps, you need change control for your business, you might be short-staffed, so your project's got to stop, or maybe you continue on doing your projects and we'll do this on our next scheduled patch update in 6 months' time, or something like that. So you're extremely vulnerable at that stage. So what virtual patching does is it's sitting there kind of almost in the network or in the virtual level, so it's not on the host. Okay, and it's looking at the behavior of a request. And if it looks like it's trying to use this vulnerability that we've just updated the system and told it about, okay, so this one virtual appliance, and we've told it that, oh, look, there's this vulnerability. Of course, that comes down in an update from your manufacturer, so you don't really have to do anything with that. So it looks for something behaving that way, and then it will block it before it even gets there. So that's what they call virtual patching. You haven't applied the patch, but they can stop the threat anyway. So that's vShield from VMware and virtual patching. So why do we recommend Trend Micro? Well, primarily because they're the best. They've been doing it for longer, and they started designing this thing. So Trend Micro actually developed and tested vShield along with VMware. They are the 4th largest security vendor. They're actually the largest pure play security vendor. So what do I mean by that? Well, one of the 3 largest security vendors is IBM, but of course they do other stuff, so they all over the place. And what pure play means is basically this is the largest of the companies that actually 100% dedicated to security. Strength of features, this is probably a bit more of a personal one for me. We'll go on and show you all the different tools that they've got. Top right, Gartner Magic Quadrant. So moving on a little bit more, why Trend Micro? Very much as we've just said, they are the leader and developing with VMware. Who better to know about, excuse me, and to handle your security for VMware than the people which designed it with the VMware. Now I talked about the strength of portfolio and the strength of features. This kind of goes into all the things which are available there. So they do anti-malware, web reputation, so that's the whole, we know this IP address is bad, so we can block you from talking to that IP address. Firewalls, and of course these pushed on out to, I'm talking about your end devices here. Intrusion prevention, so stopping people from getting in the first place. Integrity monitoring, that will be like looking at your file system, making sure things aren't changing, making sure there hasn't been a rogue DNS entry put on in, stuff like that, and log inspection. So that's the suite of products that they offer, and that's available across the physical, across the virtual, on-premise and cloud service as well. Servers, PCs, mobiles, gateways, whatever, and it's all done from one control panel. Okay, so you don't have different pieces of software for firewall from your malware and something else doing web reputations. It can all be done by one product. So getting back to VMware, it's going to give you all that functionality, and it does it with this zero footprint agentless security for VMware. They also have products that can work for Citrix and Hyper-V, and all those operating systems as well, Windows, Linux, Solaris, Unix. I say it's the same product, the same way of managing it, which no matter what it is, if it's end device, if it's server, if it's physical, if it's virtual. So this is going to go into just a little diagram here to kind of show you how vShield and the security appliance interact. So you've got this virtual appliance from Trend. It talks to the hypervisor, and the hypervisor talks to the virtual machines. Okay, so it's through an API there. So it means that you're consolidating down requests. You don't have to put an agent out there. You don't have to deploy the agent, manage the agent, update the agent, etc., etc. So it's a very efficient way of doing it. So next, this is just kind of saying that the deep security software can handle physical things in your site. It can handle a hybrid cloud and a public cloud, and it's the same piece of software. So the same way that they've got APIs to talk to VMware, they've also got APIs to talk to likes of Amazon Cloud. So what does this mean? It means by putting in this sort of security solution that you are in a position to be able to move to the cloud as and when required, or if you've already got some things operating in the cloud, it means you can manage them all from the same place. So if you think about that, if you've got, say, an Exchange server that is maybe one physically in site, and you've got one up in the cloud, and the two of them are linked and talk, or you can expand into the cloud. It means one policy can be set up for your Exchange servers, whether or not they happen to be in-premise or on cloud or anything like that. So one policy to handle all of them, which will obviously make things much, much easier for managing. So that was quite a whistle-stop tour. I could go ahead and show you some of the product, but you'll be able to find things on YouTube out there. And you know what, a GUI's a GUI. So next steps. So this is what I recommend, is that you decide what you want to see. What do you want from your security product? Now this could be a reduction of scan time, maybe on a VDI environment. Maybe you're looking for increased consolidation ratio. Maybe you're looking for ability to manage on-premise and Amazon from the same place. So kind of decide what it is that you're looking for, and then book a proof of concept with us. We can deliver that on our own kit. So if it's like a VDI environment, if you send us one of your images, we'll spin them up and we can sort of show you, well, here's a scan done the traditional way, and here's a scan done with trained agentless, and you can see the time difference and things like that. Or we could do it on your kit, or we could come on out, and if you've got some spare ESX servers that you want to play with, we can set that up for you. So you want to be able to, you want to try things, you want to make sure that they're going to do what your business needs them to do. So I don't recommend just going out and buying a product because I tell you to, but you want to test it. Now I know that IT departments are short on time, short on money, got a lot of projects to run and things like that, which is why we'll be delighted to run this proof of concept for you. So if you can state to us what it is you want to see, we can help you see that. We can help you through the testing phase, and we'll show you results. So just to finish off, thanks for your time today, and just a reminder of the upcoming webinars that we've got coming up on Technology Tuesday. Look for us on our YouTube channel, which is Seric Video, or you could just search Seric Systems on YouTube. If you want to attend the live webinars, then please email techteam@seric.co.uk. And that's us. Thank you very much. Contact details are down the bottom there. If you've got any questions, or if you want to book a proof of concept, please get in contact. Thank you very much.